and be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Everybody who's traded has gone through periods of time where their strategy hasn't worked.
Where if not a hard stop, you should reevaluate the trades you're in based on time.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good morning and welcome to the Market Forecast, my fine futures family. It's Wednesday, November the 2nd. My name's John. Thanks for trusting me with your time as always. Our focus is on accurate context, good risk management, and remaining patient in our trading. And we're going to have to, I think, remain quite patient in our trading today. Yes, it's FOMC day, hurry up and wait day. A lot of markets just kind of opening right where they finished the day yesterday. No big rush today. Stocks basically are sharply steady as traders await the Fed announcement. More importantly, the focus will be more on what is said after the release. A lot of speculation on whether they're going to be slowing the pace of rate increases in December. It's a long list of earnings today. Almost seems unimportant. This morning, CVS and Humana both beat expectations, waiting for MetLife and Allstate. A lot of insurance after the close today. I just was looking and I read that today, I think, is the first day that Amazon starts the day with a sub-trillion-dollar market cap for the first time since 2020. Interesting. Even crude prices are steady this morning as traders await the EIA at 9:30 this morning with after the API's surprise 6.5 million barrel draw in crude stocks here in the U.S. So this morning, 6 o'clock, that we saw the 30-year mortgage rate come out above 7%, 7.06%. Applications were down 0.5%, 7.15. The ADP employment change came out for October. Last September was 208,000, excuse me. They were looking for 195,000. It came out much higher than that at 239,000. So a much bigger number. I don't think that the Fed is going to like that very much. 9:30, we're waiting for the EIA petroleum status report. They're looking for a small boost of 367,000 barrels increase here in the U.S., but that may have changed since the API last night. And then, of course, 1 p.m. Central, we're looking for the FOMC announcement, expecting a 75 basis point increase in interest rates, and at 1:30, of course, the Fed chair presser, which a lot of people will be looking forward to. So we are going to be, I think, a little bit patient this morning in our activities. The VIX this morning is up a little bit at 26.3, still relatively low, all things considered. The dollar index slightly lower at 111.24 this morning, and the yield on the 10-year down slightly off its close yesterday at 4.03%. Today is the last day I am going to be here. We got Dan the Man Hodgman is going to be doing the forecast for you the next couple of days. And on Monday, we are going to be having Make Hogue Money today, but we will not be having Make Hogue Money tomorrow. We also have group coaching today. So we're going to miss one Make Hogue Money tomorrow, one Make Hogue Money on Monday. We're also going to miss, but we will be having group coaching. Our good friend Nick Dolby will be doing group coaching on Monday, so we're not going to be missing too much. Good morning, everybody. It looked like I was having a little bit of a technical issue. If something happened before the forecast began today, I apologize. We got everything figured out and got here almost on time. Scott saw and he conquered. First one in the room. Scott wins the prize this morning. Shaw, good morning. Yes, jibber jabber. Fed jibber jabber day. Yeah, it's James Hansen. Good morning. Dimitar the Rooster. Good to see you. Sonny Nasdaq, Joel MB, Brody Alfred. Good to see you. Dan Trader. Bill Phillips, let's not forget to support our man. Oh, yeah, hit the lucky like button. Sure. Please do. As always, you can hit that lucky like button. I guess it does help us out to some degree. Sharing, commenting, questions, feedback, heckling, love. It's all welcome here on the Market Forecast, and we do appreciate it. And if there is something that we're missing, tell me. jhoagland@topstep.com. If you love it, tell everybody. If you don't like it, tell me. We can fix things. We are always welcoming feedback and constructive criticism. Danny Ireland, good morning from Teton Village, where the snow will be flying this weekend. Wow, getting some good snow out there already in Wyoming, up in those mountains. Terrence, good morning, JST Wave. Good morning, Vince. Jules, Grim Reaper Trader, sell hoagie, sell. Love Mortimer, there you go. Glitter Sandwich, good morning. Sunny, thank you. And Dr. VJ, fireworks show started already. Serenity Trader, Trading Research, Rob TDA, Dr. VJ. What about yesterday? Oh boy, today maybe even more volatile. Yeah, but probably not till later on, right? Dr. VJ, Zerain, Dowitzer, Ron Merlot, you stay classy. Mike, dot plot matters the most. Yeah, well, they try and kind of discount the importance of that dot plot, but I agree with you. I think it's where a lot of the focus is going to be today. And our quote from Unicus. We do love these, Unicus. Good morning. The most satisfying form of freedom is not a life without responsibility, but a life where you are free to choose your responsibilities. Very nice quote, Unicus. And again, thank you very much for those. Vix is swinging, I think, but slowly. Orion, good morning. Nisa, Jason, Columbus, Joe, AFA, good morning. And Mike Russell. Who's missing today? We have somebody missing. Let's see if she shows up later. We'll have to see. I know. Been missing for a couple of days. Well, let's move on then. All right, yep. Yeah, you got it, Joel. Sarah Hall. Where has Sarah Hall been? Hey, Mohammed, you're here. It's good to see you. Anakin, good morning. Tachyon was here yesterday. Don't see him today. I hope everybody's okay with everybody. And Rick is not here today, too. That's right. Yeah, there's the rooster. Yeah, Sarah Hall. Yep. Well, I know Rick was out doing some afternoon drinking yesterday. Maybe he stayed in bed late. I got a call from him. He was like, "You should get up here. It's beautiful." Hey, Robbie, good to see you. JD, the other JD. Good morning. All right. Yeah. We need the rooster to wake us all up. Here he is. I'll say you're doing it all wrong, son. Oh, no, I don't have him up here. Maybe we'll put him up there later. All right. So, all right, let's jump into the charts here. Let's start with the mini S&Ps. We got time today. Make Hogue Money's not till 2 o'clock, so we'll get to see what's happened after the FOMC and after the Fed chair press conference, and we'll see what kind of opportunities we can find later on today. I got my live account back live. The data is working again, so we'll be seeing if we can make a little money. Rooster, here's your profile pic. There he is. There's the rooster crowing for us. Get us all awake. Excuse me. My goodness. All right. Let's see. So E-mini S&Ps, that's the 30-minute. Let's start with the daily. We lost 15,000 contracts in open interest yesterday. Seems to make sense. Adding on up days, losing on down days, that's part of the auction process. And I think the auction process to the upside, to this point, still remains relatively strong. We have... pretty decent down day yesterday, but still well inside the range from Friday's session. I think that open interest just indicates positioning of the short time frame and longer time frame hedging as we come into today. We have a very small overnight range, no decision making going on here in the overnight range. Here's the 30-minute chart. Oh, that's the wrong 30-minute chart. Here you go. So our overnight low is inside yesterday's low. Our overnight high is just above the high of value. So we've expanded value a little bit in the overnight, but we don't really have any overnight inventory. We're trading settlement basically. I'm going to be trying to stay very, very patient today, waiting for better opportunities as the day goes on. We have a very narrow range, no overnight inventory. Look what the overnight inventory did for us yesterday. This was all overnight inventory, and bam, we got out. Today we don't have that, so I'm going to, try and stay patient. Maybe we'll find opportunities later on and even after the FOMC information does come out, because we don't... We don't see that there's any really big change to the perception of value here in the S&Ps here just yet. So stay chill. I mean, I was sitting here searching for things to think of and reasons to take trades, and when I do that, I tend to take trades, but I don't take very good trades. So while we are in range, while we are in value, while we're in this inside of our overnight range, let's say, then I'm really not interested in doing much. Maybe at those extremes there could be opportunity for us, but standing here in the middle, not so much. Crude oil. Here's the daily. So the API had a surprise 6.5 million barrel draw last night. So fundamentally, that should mean supply issues, right? Well, it does a little bit. We're kind of hanging up near the high end of the 6-day balance that we're kind of hanging around in, maybe a 5-day balance. Open interest increased by about 5,500 yesterday, so that looks interesting for some possible new longs. If we get a nice draw on the EIA, who knows what's going to happen? Sometimes it seems it goes the opposite direction of where you think it might go. But right now, we're really in a lot of area of indecision. I mean, we got doji, we got spinning tops up here, one down day, one day back to this area, and that's right where we are. As far as the area of balance, we're kind of in the upper half of it. I'm looking at last week's high as the upper extreme of this area of balance, because we've tested up to that twice already this week. Take a look at the 30. Well, we got too long, we got too short. We're right back to settlement, right back to where we started the overnight session. We're in range, in value. What am I going to say? I'm going to say we're going to try and stay patient because better trade locations, the best trade location of the day is likely to come as the day goes on, not necessarily right on the open, because here we are right in the middle of value. Now, that said, the market can tend to have a tendency to make a liar out of me. Here's the opening range. The opening range is the high of it is 88.867. We did take out the high of the opening range. The low of it, 88.38. So we're looking at a 30-point opening range that did take a look above. If we took the opening range, we'd be looking to the long side and getting a little bit of a hurting right now. Again, that's why I don't like to take the opening range trade when the market is in range and in value. There's no change to the perception of value, and the opportunities tend to be a little bit more random in this regard. So, again, I implore you, stay patient. Stay patient. Odds, better trade locations to come as the day goes on. We'll be doing the recap today, and it's one thing that I'm going to kind of be looking at and see, all right, we said that the better trade locations were going to come later in the session. We'll see how true that becomes at the end of the session today. Nasdaq, I mean, it's the same sitch. Okay. The Nasdaq, we had almost zero open interest change yesterday. Almost zero. It's kind of strange. The market seems to be holding this trend line pretty well. But again, I think the open interest change, the estimation was less than 100 either direction. So really inert, just no real change in open interest. Again, we have an overnight range that is very small and inside the extended and regular trading hour session. So again, I implore you to hurry up and wait. We have our overnight just extending below the regular trading hours session from yesterday, but still inside the extended trading hours. Settlement is right here, 11,332. Where are we trading? 11,331, 330. We're trading right at settlement. So again, no major change in the perception of value of the Nasdaq at this time. Overnight low is interesting. Overnight high might be interesting, but it's a very narrow range, so you better be reasonable with your expectations for profit targets and cheap with your risk. Again, we'll see on the at the end of the day on the recap if our theory or hypothesis that better trade locations are coming later on in the session rings true. Again, I hate to say it again, but stay patient. Gold, we added 3,000 in open interest off that low yesterday on some pretty decent volume, but overall, we're still in a range-bound situation. That open interest increase is encouraging, but I gotta wait because price is very central inside balance. Look at the balance that we're in here. Look at last week's range, these pink lines. We're right between them. This market is waiting for new information, and it may get some today. Watch the dollar if you're going to be trading gold. Here's the 30. So what it seems to me is this little gap fill that we filled yesterday in regular trading hours and we're back in right now seems to be somewhat pivotal. We do have some overnight inventory to the long side. If we don't continue or at least maintain price up at these levels, we could see an inventory adjustment back down towards settlement. Where did this market open last night? It opened right about here, so a move back to settlement to adjust inventory would be just about right. We can check that later on the recap. But overall, I think we're going to be short time frame controlled today. Of course we are, because of the FOMC. So we're looking for possible short time frame levels to look for executions. We have a couple of naked points of control up above. We tested to one lower yesterday. Look at what we did yesterday. We had a lot of overnight longs. Those overnight longs brought us back to the gap close. We have a lot of overnight longs without a gap. If we do have an adjustment of overnight inventory, the reasonable expectation could be right back to where the overnight started, which basically brings us back to settlement. Here's the euro daily. So the short time frame upside structure remains, but we're really right in the middle of it. We got this trend line here, which kind of was walked through. It seems to be kind of hugging to that trend line now. We added 1,800 in open interest yesterday on a little bit of higher volume and a down day. We had lost almost 7,000 in open interest on this day, so some long liquidation, some possible new shorts coming into this market. If we've trapped them, we could see a move to the upside again with no new information. Take a look at the 30. Okay, short time frame control. Note, look what we did yesterday. Very similar to the S&Ps. Overnight inventory long, tested to this point of control, and overnight inventory got nervous and took us right back down. Could be what we do in gold today. We don't know. We got to just see if during the regular trading hour session, if buyers come into gold, then they could continue. But if it doesn't, we're going to start to see some of these overnight longs get a little bit nervous. And I would expect them, because of their weaker hands, to be flat before the FOMC. Keep that in mind as well. So where are we? Well, we've got a little bit of long overnight inventory here in the euro, but still largely in range and in value, very small range. Stay patient. Better trade locations are likely to come later on. I can't say it enough, because it's one of those hurry up and wait days. Everybody's excited that the FOMC day is here. We're going to see some volatility. Things are going to go a little bit crazy. We got some opportunity, but that opportunity isn't going to come until after lunch. So don't have too big a lunch, and don't have too many martinis at lunch, because you're going to have to be sharp after 1 o'clock today. Here's the 10-year price. Finds central location inside weekly kickoff high and low, inside last week's high and low. The market is waiting for new information. It's centered. It's our tennis player centered in the middle of the court, so that if the volley comes lower or higher, he can get to it. Puny overnight range. Look how puny that is. Here's the 30. Inside value all night long. Overnight inventory, nada. Nada. Are you serious? Is there anything that you can think of that you want to rush into in the 10 years right now? Knowing the rates are going up, knowing everything that we know, and the lack of opportunity and size of this market right now? I wouldn't trade this with anybody's money. Wait till later, though. I'll bet you there's some fireworks. Let's check the natural gas. As my brother would say, it's barcoding. We added 7,600 in open interest yesterday on a down day, but we didn't really go anywhere. Now it looks like we're headed the other direction. 6 days in balance and range. Overall, we've been seeing open interest increasing, adding 7,600 yesterday. There's some energy, if you'll pardon the pun, coming into the natural gas. Direction unknown. So here we go. We've got overnight inventory to the long side. Looks like we have closed this gap, this previous gap from what day is it, Monday to Tuesday. We had naked point of control up here. We got weekly kickoff high up here. There's lots of potential opportunity up here if we can get there. Remember, we've got overnight inventory to the long side, and if the longer time frame traders have already adjusted inventory and hedged themselves in this product, you're going to see a possible pullback because of the overnight long inventory, because again they are smaller, weaker hands traders that are probably not going to be holding positions, at least I would hope not, into the FOMC meeting here at 1 o'clock. Where did we start the night? Started the night right here. So we do have some considerable overnight inventory to the upside. I'm going to shorten this up because it looks like we've already filled that in regular trading hours. Filled 2 naked points of control yesterday. It's going to be one of those days where we're going to sit and we're going to watch, and it's probably going to lull us to sleep. So what I'm going to be thinking about doing is just keeping an eye on things, watching to see if any good opportunities do come my way prior. I'm not going to be forcing things, of course. I try and never do that. If I go looking for trades, I'm certainly going to find some, and they're probably not going to be very good. So I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm going to pet the dog, pet the dog right here, or maybe put a little TV on to distract me a little bit throughout the day. I'm going to have a little lunch. We do have group coaching today at 12:30 till 1:30, so that's probably going to keep me a little busy and not too urgent to get into any opportunities that may be secondary or worse. Let's let this thing play out, and then we'll see if we can't make some money and make Hogue money. But my suggestion to you, if you're going to be trading the FOMC release, get a light lunch, no martinis, right, Joe? And get some exercise, get your blood flowing, get your blood moving, so that you're kind of prepared to be sharp, to be fast, but don't push things. It's, you're gonna feel like, all right, there's all this opportunity and I gotta jump and I gotta do something, but if you do that, you may just be jumping because you feel like you need to jump. Wait till the market tells you, okay, here it is. I can limit the risk on this, and if it doesn't work, it's not going to kill me. And if it does work, maybe I can have a nice big winning day today. So just stay cool. And wait, Mike says take a nap in the morning, wake up after lunch. Not a bad idea. Sarah Hall, hey, there you are. Well, good. I'm glad to see that you're doing okay. Glad to see that you're visiting your papa. That's always a pleasure, right? So we were looking for you. Joe, I remember those 1970s martini lunches to keep up the courage to continue to cold call Payne, Weber, Jackson, and Smith. Oh my goodness, yeah, you were in the business, weren't you? Goldman's saying there are sellers. Their sellers are filled. Interesting. Only have 13 billion left. I did see that home run on the news, though. I didn't see it during the game. It was a heck of a hit. Right? All right. Is there a way to use a footprint chart on TS Trader? Trying to set up a volume profile on each candle. Here, I will show you. Here it is. Here it is. It is a bid-ask volume. It's called bid-ask volume on TS Trader. It's one of the chart types, but if you do this, you can see how many contracts traded on the bid and the offer. A bit of a footprint chart. All right, Rooster. All right, let's take our deep breath. Stay humble, grateful, and creative today. I will see you for the group coaching. I will see you for Make Hoke Money. I will see you for recap, and then I won't see you for 3 sessions. It'll be until Tuesday. So we spent a little time together today, and blessings to you all. Be kind to each other. Be kind. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Say a prayer for peace. The world needs our prayers right now. And get out there and profit today. Have a wonderful morning. I'll see you this afternoon.